Good morning, everybody. Actually, I don't have any idea if it's morning for you or not, but welcome to another episode of Chase Jarvis Raw. This is episode 7, where I talk about my morning routine. What do you think about the cold open? Cold, like refrigerator open? Whatever.
You can have it.
World famous photographer Chase Jarvis.
Macklemore and Riley. It's pure chaos, exactly the way I like it. Hey everybody, today is an awesome day, and I'll tell you why, because I'm very pumped about this episode of Chase Jarvis Raw. It's one of my favorite things to talk about, and that is how I treat my mornings. Every morning, well, not every morning, I do my damnedest though to do these 6 things every morning. I'm gonna tell you what works for me. Think about how this works for you. I'm deeply passionate about kicking your day off right. Okay, the first thing I do, and it's hard to say if this is a morning routine thing, but I'm gonna throw it in there as number 1, and that's sleep. All right, I went for 10 years with an average of 5 to 6 hours of sleep. I felt like it was genetic, and I felt like I had a ton of energy until something happened. And that thing that happened was I was totally crushed about 2 years ago. I'd been burning it at both ends, working 20 hours a day, not getting any sleep. I went to Hawaii and I said, you know what, I'm gonna have zero schedule on vacation. I slept 14 hours a day for like 6 days straight, and I felt completely different than I had for the previous like 6-8 weeks that I've been burning at both ends. Now, starting about a year ago, I started tracking my sleep, and I aim to stay in bed for 8 hours a day. I can tell you that I am definitively way smarter, way nicer, more in touch with my creative side, way more in touch with my intellect, and I'm just a better human when I have more sleep. The next thing I do is I get my ass out of bed, I come downstairs, that refrigerator right there, I fill up ice into a jar, and I pour up 20 ounces of icy cold water. And if you drink somewhere north of 64 ounces of water every day, I promise you, you will feel better. Your skin will look better, your body runs better. So then I'm starting to wake up. Somewhere along there, I say hi to Dexter the Cat, because he's usually up walking around. And then I sit my ass down, close the door, and I meditate for 20 minutes. That's thing 3. Actually, I don't do that at all. I literally just sit in a chair. I do transcendental meditation, AKA TM. I've practiced several different types, and TM is just the one that stuck for me. So I'm not actually advocating that you do TM, but just find out which one that sticks. And what TM is just saying a mantra. I'm not crazy about that word. It sounds like, wah, but it's a very, very simple practice. Anyone can do it. And after 20 minutes, I do thing number 4. Thing 4 is gratitude practice and or visualization. Ideally, in the perfect morning, I take this 5 minutes and I start off just being thankful for things in my life. Now, I sort of, I just fudge from that being gratitude gradually into what do I want for myself in my life? What do you want to visualize? What do you want to do with yourself, with your day, with your week, with your month, with your life? I find that this combination of being grateful and visualizing the world that I want to live in is a very, very powerful thing. Notice one thing I haven't done is check my fucking email. I have not done that. No email. All right, thing 5 that I like to do every morning is eat. It's recommended. Eating is good for you. But generally I operate on a couple different platforms. One is the protein and veg platform. And ideally, this is like my fave, is 3 eggs with some vegetable chucked in there, like one, like a red pepper or something like that. Just get a nice healthy dose of protein with some fiber and some vegetable goodness. It takes up a little space in your stomach. Another one is I also like to get some fats up in there too. So sometimes I'll put the protein with a little fat, or sometimes if I'm in a hurry, I will actually just go the fats. Sometimes that's a half an avocado for me if I'm in a hurry, because I can grab that and take it right out the door. Another thing is coconut oil. I love coconut oil. Literally, teaspoonful of coconut oil and a few almonds. Boom, that's like my speed get out the door. The third and sort of the lowest tier of awesome, but still valuable, is a protein shake. I use Blue Bonnet protein, which was recommended to me by Mr. Tim Ferris. Good friend Tim, what's up? And I will often, if I can, slow down long enough to hit like the coconut oil on the way out the door. Boom, those two things together sets me on my way. Thing 6 is move your body. That's the thing I do. I get this cuerpo moving. Sometimes I walk out the door and I go run 3 miles. I'm not like a 5 or a 10 mile guy. The other end of the spectrum is just walking up to the coffee shop. Brisk walk. I like to get outside. Doesn't matter if it's raining, snowing, sunny, whatever. Ideally, it's a little bit cool and crisp. That's my favorite. It just gets the blood pumping and gets my day moving. The reason I program my morning so intentionally is A, because I believe in intention. B, these are the things that I can say definitively, if I do them, my life, my personal life, my emotional life, my professional life, every component is better the more of these things that I do. I actively schedule meetings in the afternoon and actively fight against scheduling anything in the morning. I'll get up way earlier to still be able to do all this by, say, 8:30 in the morning. Look, I want to first to admit that the world is an imperfect place, and sometimes you oversleep, and sometimes you have to be somewhere, and like there's all kinds of stuff happens. I just try and get the most number of these things that I can, and that helps me start the day in a really positive way. Bonus material, there are a couple of other little things that I like to do. I'll give you those right now. I like to get a 1-minute cold burst. I take my normal shower, and then the last minute is just freezing cold water. It's like, I mean, it's wow. So that's one little nugget. Another one, I like to make my bed. It's not a thing that is something I'm militant about, but when I can make my bed in the morning, it's a nice little box to check. Kapow. Bonus thing 3, definitely brush your teeth. Like, you don't want to be leaving the house without brushing your teeth. I use, when I can, one of those little electric ones. Love them. So before I cut, I want to say a big thank you for all of the great inbound comments that you guys had, whether it's on the blog or the YouTube or the Facebook. It's super, super meaningful, especially, positive feedback like I love this stuff, but also what would you like to see in future episodes of Chase Jarvis Raw? I'm listening to you. I'm literally reading those things, and a lot of the next several episodes that we have built are on the back of what you'd like to see. So keep that stuff coming. Love the feedback. If you find this content valuable, please find some of your friends that would also like this stuff and share it with them. That's my morning routine. This is what I do. I believe deeply in it. It's something that I've learned over time. And I just know for a fact, the more of these things I do every morning, the better off I am. Oh, I forgot one thing. There is a class that I recommend at the end of all of these episodes now going forward on CreativeLive. I recommend a different one in each episode, and it usually has something to do with what we talk about. So in this particular episode, I mentioned Tim's name a couple times. Tim Ferris, good pal of mine. He did an awesome class on CreativeLive called the 4-Hour Life that was specifically about how to learn, how to sort of deconstruct something and learn, which was from, if you go back to episode 3, I talk about how I learn. Tim's got a whole class about it. It is phenomenal, so go check it out. So signing off, my morning routine. How about that? That was pretty quick. It was like a dance move, like a peace out. Am I out yet?
You can have it if you want it. It's gratis, it's for free. There ain't no strings attached, no, there ain't no catch. Take my love, take my love, take me. You can have it if you want it. It's gratis, it's for free.